So, another episode, guys. Today we have a guest on, which I am really, really excited to have on. This is a guy, I actually just reached out to him on Instagram. He was so nice to text me back and saying, he said, I love young hustlers. So, so happy to have him on today. And, so let's get right into the episode.
You are now arriving at Dubai International
So,
Airport.
Anthony, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank
and
you
thank
for
you so
having
much
me,
for
of course.
taking the time. A guy like you know, as I just mentioned, we just had a quick chat before this, is that I'm not used to, like, when I reach out to people that are so nice and just says, I would love to come on. I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care how many listeners you have. I'll just join you. So
Absolutely, yeah.
what's your, like, I'm just curious, like, what is that behind you? What are you thinking
Tell
when
you
you're
what,
doing
it's
something
like
like that?
I came here without no plans, without nothing. Genuinely, I just came here to visit a family member. I fell in love with Dubai. I stayed here, spent my money in 2 days, and then life started beating me left and right, you know. But I just decided, like, no matter what's gonna happen, I'm gonna stay in Dubai.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a career in Dubai. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it in Dubai. And nothing went like the plan. It was super tough. I can just still see the metro lane from here, you know, like I lived my life in here in the metro. So it's like, no one really actually helped me when I was trying to create my path. So that's why now I have it like kind of a mission. Since I made it really big, I'm like, still build your own kingdom, but while you're building it, try to inspire as much as possible. And it really fills my heart and makes me happy to see young people like you trying to make it, trying to be on podcast. I do have podcast myself, but I started it like a couple of years ago, not like when I was 20 years old. So it's like, I salute you for this. It's something very inspiring, and I would love to just be a part of it, of course.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much. So could you just kind of give a brief introduction of yourself? So what would you say is like the thing that you're working on right now, and what are you like doing on like a day-to-day basis?
I'm into multiple stuff. It's just like I do have one line of business. So the one that I'm really known for is the real estate brokerage, where I been coming like the top salesperson for the past 4 or 5 years since 2017 into most of the major developers in Dubai. As the second business, I'm into real estate services such as the holiday home service. So I have a company, it's called Prime Stay, where we do a short-term rental like daily, weekly and monthly. We are spread all over Dubai, managing currently a bit over 450 units, 452, 455, something like that. And it's really growing. In that company, we have departments. So we have Prime Cleaning that we manage like the residential housekeeping, and we do the commercial cleaning such as warehouses, the malls, and we do offloading when the contractor is offloading from himself to a developer. We kind of come in and do the deep cleaning. We also have interior design, furnishing, snagging, due diligence, VAT registration, VAT filing, CFO services, like anything you can think about when it comes to real estate.
It's full service.
You come to us, one-stop shop, exactly.
No, that's really nice. And of course, as you just mentioned yourself, like you remember that you came from kind of nothing. So what is kind of your story getting from, because when you look at your social profile, it just looks like a guy, okay, this guy, he's really, really successful. He has all the cars, all the watches. Like, how did you get to that point?
Wow. It just like brought so much memory in the question. So it's like how it started. Basically, I've been living all of my life in the wrong way. And when I say wrong way, I always say like I used to listen to, I don't know what the parents used to advise us or the teachers, where it really doesn't work anymore, to be very honest. So it's kind of like I lived in a way where I really had no goals, no motivation, nothing to wake up to in the morning. I was just spending my day playing as much as possible, going down in the evening, having the parties, having that life, until I turned 29. And then it really hit me, and I'm like, okay, there's something wrong. There must be something way more to life than this, you know? So in that way, I kind of not like lost hope in myself, but I just felt like life is too boring. Seriously,
no,
genuinely, there's nothing to be looking forward to. And the issue, it was all of my surrounding was all the same. So it was like nothing to really push me. So I started saying, okay, there must be something else. And maybe fate has interfered, but I came to Dubai. As I told you, I have an uncle living here. I came to visit him. And when I came, immediately I fell in love with Dubai. I got the feeling that I should stay here no matter what, and I should start a career. So I started applying for real estate companies, multiple companies. Everyone called me, come on Sunday for an interview. I started coming, and you know what? Everyone said, yeah, we like you can start immediately. However, they have like this beautiful office like yours. Most of them, they had flashy offices, which I don't know why it made me uncomfortable. I said, I don't like it. It's too flashy. It's too big. There's something into it. Until I ended up in the same company where I'm still at today, which is Provident Estate. And there was nothing fancy about the office. It was too tiny, 20, 25 agents, 30 tops maybe, you know. I liked it and I joined it and I started over there. But when I joined, which is the same case for all of the companies, they don't really like tell you, okay, you have to do ABC and that's it, you will succeed. Everyone will tell you, okay, that's your SIM card, that's the database, start calling. Like calling who? Okay, I called this person. Saying what? I didn't even know what's the difference of, like, what's the square footage? I don't know. All of my life I've been talking meters. You know what I mean? What's the square footage? So when someone used to tell me how much is this bedroom, what's the size of it? I used to say 1 bedroom, 2,000 square feet. It was like, oh wow, that's massive. And I used to say 200 square feet, and they were like, oh, that's too tiny. So it was really confusing, and I didn't find what I really was looking for. So I was coming every day to office. Transportation wasn't easy. So I had to walk almost like 7 kilometers, reach the metro, come in the metro, wearing a suit, carrying a laptop on my shoulder, under the heat.
That's not funny here.
It was terrible, you know. And as I told you, like, it took me a few months, but I didn't get it until I decided to switch to something else, which was the hotel apartment. So I found this out, and I started hustling my way. And you want the details? It's kind of like a long story.
No, we don't have to take the entire. Then it's a 4-hour podcast.
So that's why. But eventually, I ended up by winning this project as an exclusive. I ended up to be managing over 1,500 units all over Dubai on an exclusive basis, which really made me a lot of money. I was making a month between 50 to 60,000 dirhams. And then I decided by end of 2017 to jump into sales, and this is where really it kind of exploded.
Because I saw a video of you from, I think it was like 2018, in an office where you were like the highest commission in a month. It was 680,000, I think, right?
Exactly, that was my first month. Actually, it was April 2018. And that month, it was crazy. I closed 19 sales.
In 1 month?
To 19 different people. It's not like one guy who got 2 or 3. It was total, Because I've been pushing from Jan, Feb, and March. It wasn't really going well. And all of it paid off in April. It was crazy months. April 2018. I'll never forget it,
No, that was so nice. And what I thought was really interesting in that video was that, as you mentioned yourself, I'm guessing that's the office that you were just talking about, like not flashy and stuff. It didn't really look like, I got the feeling from like a Wolf of Wall Street scene when I saw that clip, because it was like the guy speaking and then you in the background, and I was just like, I could just imagine like in 30 seconds from then you would just be screaming. And,
and that guy who's speaking, he's like the one that really knows the struggles, because in that period, so when I came in here, as I told you, it took me 7-8 months to pick it up. Then I moved. I got a very tiny studio, 330 square feet, which for me was a castle, you know. Then I rented the first car, which was a Hyundai Accent, but also it was so better than the Metro. It's my own car. I have music. I can do whatever I want. Even the food, the clothes. I started living. So I felt like I'm way better than when I came. But in that Q1 2018, I went back to zero, lost all of the money that I had. I lost everything. I was sleeping on a couch on a friend's house. Even my own car broke down. I couldn't even fix it. So I rented I remember a very tiny Kia. It was a Kia Picanto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's some nights that I slept in that car. So I used to lay it all down and just to sleep in the car. So yeah, it was super miserable. That's Q1. So that's why I was working like an animal. And April 2018 exploded.
Yeah.
And I swore that I will never go back to Q1 or to 2014 when I came in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then I can imagine from there, it's probably just, of course, that's an insane month.
It's been consistent. It's been consistent on a monthly basis. You know, I've been doing the same figures until date.
Yeah. Okay, that's really, really good. And then you've almost it kind of seems like that month, it was like kind of your breakthrough point.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I cannot go back to 0 or -0 again. I cannot be sleeping on couches anymore.
No.
I don't want to live this shit. You know, it was really, I'm sorry, I don't know if you can curse on your podcast or not. But I don't want to ever go back there again in my life. And that was it. Yeah, that was the break point.
Yeah. And could you say is that still something that kind of, because as you mentioned yourself, if you've been making, I don't know how much, but let's just say 500K a month since 2018, you would say, okay, right now you probably have enough. Is that memory of you laying in that car, is that just what keeps you pushing?
You know what? Now it's not about money. It's like a constant battle between me and myself. How far can I go?
Yeah.
And, and there's no word called enough. Why would you say enough? I remember back in the days, they used to say, oh, whenever I have $1 million, I'm going to be having the life. No, now if you have $1 million, you're going to be broke after 15 years and there is no way you can pick it up again. So $1 million is nothing. Now that $1 million became $10 million.
Yeah.
And actually, if you have the 10 million nowadays, you will be living okay, but it doesn't mean that you're living the dream life
exactly.
Whatever they try to project on Instagram. No, you need way more than that to be having that financial security. And I don't see it as I'm working only to Anthony. I'm working for myself, I'm working for my family, and I'm working for everyone around me. End of the day, most of my employees, I've never considered them as an employee.
Yeah.
All of them, they're a family to me. If you have 50 employees, means you have 50 issues every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know that.
There is something happening in any family, and automatically they will come to you. You're like the godfather. You're the guy who's to go to. And I have this issue. I'm like, don't worry, I'll fix it. Just keep working. Do your thing.
No, I think
so. I feel like a tons of responsibility towards everyone around me. That's why it's that I'm gonna stop working as long as there is blood in my body. It's like I'm pumping oxygen. I'm gonna keep working.
No, I think that's really true, and that's also what I've kind of experienced myself, because like you said, right before when we met, it was oh, you're too young for this kind of.
So amazed, 20 years, you have a marketing agency.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. No, but that's one of the things that I hear is that you've reached, of course, for me, as you say yourself, I don't feel like it's special at all. In regards to you, of course, it isn't special. But people also say to me why do you keep on pushing so hard? And I'm because I'm in a position where if I push hard right now with the possibilities and all the employees, you can get so much further.
Freedom, for the rest of your life, which is amazing. You're gonna be one of my inspirations, I think, now.
No, and one thing I wanted to mention also, I just remember this because I watched a video of you. It's one of the oldest videos with Grant Cardone, with you in the background.
Yeah.
And I thought it's so funny. I don't know if you know his story, but his story was also he was a drug addict until he turned 29.
Yeah.
And then in 1 year, he just turned his entire life around.
Yeah. He said I went so dark, and he was almost about to die, and that was the turning point in his life. Yeah. And he's always been a role model for me. In 2015, I got his online course, which was really an eye opener. I used to follow all of his videos. And guess what? After 3-4 years, I met him in Dubai in an exclusive event. And for me, that was wow.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And so right now, of course, you're still working a lot, but as you also say, you also have employees. And today you're here. It's 4 p.m. You look good in your sweatsuit.
Thank you.
So what is kind of a usual day for you at this point?
So I have this specific routine that I never ditch, even if I'm on vacation. I wake up at 7 a.m. Even if I sleep at 5 a.m., I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. There is no way I'm going to sleep more. Wake up, have a quick coffee, run to the gym, do my workout. My workout is finished. Shower, get dressed, go to my office. I have my meetings. I have podcasts. I have interviews.
Yeah.
I don't know, CRM developers. I have magazines I talk to. So it's like kind of chaos until back to 6, 7, 8 p.m. doing my social media content, filming with this guy over there. So it's like when I go back, definitely I try to spend as much time as possible with my wife, with my brother, as like with family as much as possible. And that's it. Just keep repeating it every day, nonstop.
Yeah, exactly. And just to kind of move on a bit to like the business that you run right now, because as you mentioned yourself, you know, you do like different stuff, but it's all like kind of centralized around real estate.
Yeah.
So what do you feel is like so wonderful about real estate that you don't feel like other business models have?
I'll tell you what. So as for example, if you want to today, I want to tell you where can you find money. You can tell me you can find it in commodities, you can find it in stocks, you can find it in crypto, you can have it mostly in the financial world.
Yeah.
What they all have in common, whenever they make money, they cash it and they come to real estate to park it in the safe one. So by me being in this industry, I kind of like get the opportunity to meet everyone. I meet millionaires, I meet centimillionaires, I meet billionaires, which is beautiful. And it's like being in this position and being on top of the real estate is like most big guys, they will reach out to me. So it's like I don't have to prospect myself to reach out to them. So by us sitting down, whether they want to invest in this segment or not, we exchange ideas. I gave them ideas. I gave them ways about coming in the market, how they can leverage as well on their money, because most of the traders, they love leveraging, you know. So it's like I have the ways, I have connects in the bank, I have private lenders, I have everything. So just being in this real estate model gets me to be meeting all of these big people all around the world. So that's why I love it. And for me, real estate is a passion. It's like, it's not I just sell real estate. I'm very passionate about it because I love it. I practice what I preach. I invest myself and I really know how to manage it and maximize the return of it. Yeah,
exactly. No, that makes good sense. And is that kind of the reason of course, you're still like selling real estate, but is that also the reason you kind of transition into like a business model of creating an online course?
I'll tell you what. So it's like, you know, like whenever you are under the spot and people see you every year, every quarter coming up, holding a trophy, number one, eventually they will come to you. They're like, what's your secret? Can you teach us? Can you mentor us? I get over 50 to 100 DMs every day. I reply to everyone. I have it in me. No matter who texts me, I will reply before going to bed. But I cannot mentor 100 people. At the end of the day, I'm a human. Just the fact that I am managing over 4 companies and still get to meet people, it's enough. It's too much. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do this online course where people actually can come in and get all of the information. After that, COVID hit and I was locked at home and I'm a very active person. So after 2-3 days, I was losing my mind, you know. So all of this energy and this power, I have it in me. I just picked up papers, a pen, and I started writing. And without me knowing, I just did 4 chapters. I'm like, fuck. I just did 4 chapters of a book, so I better finish it. That's why I finished my book. And I posted it in the market. The book did crazy success. It's called Take Charge. It's over there. Amazon top seller and the new release and in the real estate category, which has been doing amazing. Just was telling him right now before we sat down, I just finished my 2nd book. It's going for publishing as well. So I'm gonna try to share all of my secrets, my knowledge, what I practice and work with me through this content, whether it's online courses or books. And anyone who really wants to make a change of their life, all what they need to do is just to pick it up. It's that simple. So this is why I want to share as much as possible. But again, I cannot just have any inquiry, any person telling me, come mentor me. No, it's the streets that will mentor you. It's not me is gonna mentor you, but at least I can put you on the right way for you to start.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also really an interesting business model because like in the agency, we also work with online courses. And what I see is so crucial. You mentioned yourself, leverage. Like you just create one good product one time and then you can, like the same as a book, like you can basically sell it millions of times and it don't take you any more time to actually do it.
100%.
Yeah. And the course, I just like looked at the price point. It was only like around $300.
$269.
Yeah.
So I'm not making it to make money.
No,
but again,
that was what I was thinking because it was so cheap. So it was just like, it's just kind of an open school.
I don't need all of this money, to be very honest with you. It's not going to do anything in my life. But also I learned something, like when you give something for free, people don't really give it value. They will just throw it away. So I'm like, what is the most reasonable price for a course to be? $269.
Yeah.
For even the book, I gave out thousands of copies for free. I don't want the money, but I cannot today go listed in Virgin and tell them, you know what, I don't want any money. It was like, buddy, we're running a business in here. So the bare minimum is to put it on $20. If it's not, we're not even interested to have it.
Yeah.
So that's why everything is too cheap. I mean, like if you take the course, anyone will tell you this is the Rolls Royce of the courses. Like genuinely, there's so much information. It's unreal.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not a business model for me. It's just like to make people to invest a bit from their pocket so they can invest their time wisely and be invested emotionally in it, where they really need to finish it and start.
Yeah.
I have over 200 success stories because I have 400 students who took the course.
Yeah.
It's like most of them, they were like, we took your course, we went to this company, we just applied for a job, and guess what? They accepted us. Really?
Yeah.
That's a mega company. They have 200-300 agents.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take people without any experience. But apparently, they kind of memorized the course, all of it. So, and they went there, they sounded like so experienced, and that's why they got the job. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, and it's a good thing you mentioned, because when we work with online courses, when we kind of try to discuss price with new clients, is that the problem can be that if it's too low, as you mentioned yourself, people buys it, but then they'll probably watch a video and then they'll get bored, do whatever, and then just move on. Yeah. So that was what I was thinking when I saw your course, because the ones we work with is $3, $4, $5K dollars, and then I looked at yours and it was so cheap, and I was I got that instant thought, okay, maybe is it good, is it not good? And also I think that's a shame, because looking at your reputation, of course it's good, and if you've compacted all your knowledge into something, you mentioned yourself, people can just go out and with no experience and get a job.
Yeah.
So that's but it's really
I totally understand, but the course is not my business model. It's something attached to what I do. It's just I'm trying to give as free as possible.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah, exactly. And in the real estate game right now, what would you say? Let's say you're starting completely new, because of course you're really experienced, but also you mentioned yourself, you have so much network, and I believe that a lot of your sales, and as you mentioned yourself, you don't even have to call and push people. They'll just call you, I want in on this project, and you just make the sale.
No, actually now I do work with a very specific niche, and if someone is not coming to invest minimum 10 million and above, I don't want to meet. I don't want anything. I don't want to be the tourist guide in the country. I have passed the stage a long time ago. But I mean, for anyone who's coming, it's there is beautiful diversity in the city. There is 200 nationalities.
Yeah.
So it's let's say today you're coming and you're Albanian. Okay, automatically your niche is the Albanian market.
Yeah.
And there is not much competition. Come on, let's be real. How many Albanian agents?
Yeah, no, that's
20, 50, 100, still nothing. Comparing to, let's say, Indians.
Yeah.
Indians are the number one investors, and there is massive quantity of Indians brokerage. So between each other, it's a massive competition. Same goes to Pakistani. Same goes to Chinese. We've seen a massive rise in Chinese investors and Chinese brokers. So it's first of all, you just need to determine what's my niche. Number two, what's the value I'm bringing? So unfortunately, they misuse social media. So social media used to be that someone was really producing videos, were giving this information to people. And then out of nowhere now, you open your Instagram, you see every... I don't know how to say it in a nice way, every broker or most of the brokers just trying to put down this video. Hey, that's the bedroom, that's the dining table, that's the dining area, it's for 2 million, inquire today, I will show it to you. There is no value. Dubai doesn't need anyone to sell itself. Dubai sells itself. All what you need to do, just tell these people why Dubai is so important. What's the benefits by you being in Dubai? How can you get the golden visa? How can you even take a mortgage from UAE, even though that you are an international investor, you have no business or income in here? Point out all of this stuff, and eventually you will end up with this sale rather than just pointing the fingers for a property, which anyone can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, that's what I'm telling you. When you want to start, don't do same as everyone is doing. They are doing this because they don't even know anything else, and they're too narrow-minded just to be even learning or to listening someone else. They still, most of them do the same method. Pick up the phone, call the database, which has been harassed every day from most of the brokers in the country, by calling him, saying, hey sir, regarding your property, do you want to buy it, do you want to rent it, do you want to sell it? It's the same boring conversation. And also calling previous investors by telling them, hey, a developer X, Y, and Z just released the best project on the beach. You should buy it. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
So,
and also people kind of get used to that because there's always new projects. There's also so much stuff happens. So if you get 10 calls like every single week, new project. It just
Let me tell you something. So it's like every developer, whenever they're releasing a project, what they will do, they will have like some kind of video about the community and stuff. So what the broker will do, they will take this video, broadcast this to everyone.
Yeah.
So when you receive a video like that, what's the value that you saw?
Yeah,
zero.
Exactly.
Nothing. It's actually a spam. You just want to block this guy. While if you make the effort and you go to that sales center and you go to the model and say, okay, this is a brand new master community coming. What's really important in this community, that it's connecting this lane, let's say, I don't know, Al Khair Road and Sukaim Road or Emirates Road, whatever it is. Okay, and that's the metro, and this is the mall, and this is all of the amenities in it. And what's really beautiful that you can see in here, the price is starting this much, which is nothing compared to everything around it. So it has a room for capital gains, 10, 15, 20%, whatever that is. Also just say like this is special layouts of, this is the only, let's say 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom that comes as an end unit and the cluster, there's only 10 units of this one. When someone sees this kind of information, they're like, okay, this guy made the effort. He knows his stuff. I will reach out to him. Better than you just taking that video and forwarding it to other people.
No, exactly. And that's actually one of my first clients here. I got here in Dubai like a year ago. It was a real estate agent, and then it was so interesting for me because like the ads that we were running, it was the same, like I saw the same ads, but just not from our company. And also I saw it on the billboards and I saw it all around. And then I called the guy and I was like, so are we just running what everyone else is running?
And you're targeting the same, which is Dubai, and the cost per lead is jumping to 280, 300 dirhams, and it's mostly it's spam. While what I'm doing in this same scenario, I'm targeting Europe, and the lead is costing me 38, 40 dirhams. And guess what? There is no competition. No one can give them kickback. I'm closing this person through a Zoom call. So this is what I'm telling you. Always do different. Since I was a kid, I always used to say, why fit in when you were born to stand out? So it's like, if I see everyone is going on the right side, I'm gonna go on the left, even though there's nothing on the left, but at least I know I'm not competing.
No, I get what you mean. No, I think it's really true. So what would you say is like the number one thing that you mentioned yourself, of course, you're doing something different, but what is like the number one thing that you feel like you are doing different than like thousands of other agencies?
My principles. I always mention this. It's like I'm a man of principle, and I have principles in the corporate world. Number one rule, treat your clients like you treat your parents. It's the same way. Super respect. You want them to be super happy. You want them to feel like royalty. Treat them safe. Number two, never sell something that you will not buy yourself. Don't screw people because you just want to make money. If you know this project is shit, this area is shit, you know that there is no future over there, don't sell it. Because real estate is like all about connections and network. Today, if I sold you something and you made money, automatically you're going to refer me to your friends. You're a rich person, your friends has money. Your friends, same cycle. I'm going to sell them, they're happy, they're going to refer me, and you will end up to be having your own network that you don't need any social media lead, you don't need anything. From that network, you can build an empire. You know, also you have some cases, and I had these cases where I was selling a property, let's say, making a commission of 100,000 dirhams. And then the client told me, what do you think about that one, which could have made me 400,000, 500,000? But knowing him, because he's not like let's say if he's an investor and he's inquiring for an end user product, I will tell him, as an investor, you will not make money. Rather than you putting this amount, break it into 5 of this unit and you will make much more. So I was losing a potential commission of 500,000 dirhams by me telling him, no, buy this and let me make 100,000. But I was doing which is right.
Yeah.
And that's why I gained this person. And from this person, it ended up to be millions of dirhams of commissions.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is what most people do as a mistake. They are running for the quick cash.
Yeah, exactly. And what is like I think I just wanted to kind of take a little bit back towards like what you mentioned is like the Q1 of 2018. I know you don't like the time.
No. Actually, I appreciate it, and it's always like a laugh for me. And yesterday, I was with the friend that I was sleeping on his couch, and he was sleeping on my couch like a year earlier. So we're always laughing, like how life hit us, and how we came back stronger than before. And now also himself, he owns a real estate company, and he's doing amazing. So how was it? I don't know how to explain it to you when.
I'm just thinking about like, because you said that you were working January, February, March, and it was not until April that you actually got like the breakthrough. And that's what I see. And of course I'm young, but like a lot of the people I surround myself with, and also people that kind of watch me on social media and stuff, is that they start like an online business. They do it for 3 months. They don't become successful and then they just stop. And I think that's so interesting because in the real estate space as well, I think there's so many people that like, they think they can just work for 3 months and then no results and then it just stops.
And everything. Let me take you back to when I told you, like when I first came in here. So it's like when I was looking at the office and I'm seeing everyone calling, hey sir, buy, rent, sell. I'm like, okay, it cannot be this silly. It must be something way bigger than this. So I started walking in JBR, and then I looked at this building that looked like other buildings, but it has a massive signboard in it. So I came in here, hey, what's this? They told me it's an hotel apartment, fully furnished unit. I'm like, amazing. I just moved to Dubai. And I would like to check your inventory. Let me see the 1 bedroom and the 3 bedrooms. Maybe I will take something to myself, and maybe the family is following in a couple of weeks. Even though there was no family, there was nothing. So when I saw these flats, I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. I like it. So I went downstairs and I told them, I would like to meet your sales director. They were like, sure. You have an appointment? I'm like, no. They were like, it doesn't work like that. Like, no problem. I will wait for him. They all thought I'm mental. 1 hour passed, 2 hours passed. After 3 hours, he came to me and he was like, you got me so curious. Who will wait another stranger for 3 hours? What do you want from me? He thought I'm stalker or I'm something like that. So I'm like, listen, thank you for making the time. I am here and I have an offer that it will change your life. And he was like, oh, wow, he's so confident, even though I had zero confidence. I had bullshit. Zero, nothing. So we sat down and I introduced myself by saying I'm a real estate broker. And he was like, oh,
not again.
Another one of those. You know what I mean? It's like, So I told him, listen, I'm here. I just moved to the city. I want to have this building exclusive. And he burst laughing. He was like, are you mental? Because that building belonged to a very big family in Dubai. And he was like, even though if you want to request it, you cannot just come to me like that, no appointment, and say, I wanted exclusive. You need to make a proposal. So I'm like, no problem. I'll come back. Give me your number. Next time I'll take an appointment. I went on Google, how to make a proposal. There's no information how to make it. Anyhow, I ended up to be making a proposal, came back to him. He saw it. He was laughing. I was like, no. So he rejected me 2nd time, 3rd time, and 4th time. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna take it exclusive, even if this will be the last task I will do when I'm alive. But I'm like, okay, all of the methods I'm doing, it's not working. I'm making proposal. Why don't I show him that I can make it? I can fill this building and I have clients. I'm like, amazing. I went to the buildings surrounding it. And you know, in every building, there's a security guard. So I came in always with a Hardee's KFC bag. I'm like, here you go, brother. You look hungry. Have some food. Start talking. I'm like, listen, I'm handling this area. I'm the JBR specialist. I'll tell you what. Any units that you tell me it's empty, I'm gonna give you money on it. When I'm renting it, I'm gonna give you 400-500 dirhams. When I'm selling it, I'm gonna give you a couple of thousands. So I was like, interesting. They started telling me the empty units. So I took that stock and I started renting it. But when I was getting these people to rent this empty vacant unit. I was telling them, this is a beautiful offer. If you don't believe me, there's a building next door. It's fully furnished, but it's 60 to 80,000 dirhams more expensive. Come, let me show it to you.
Yeah.
So in that way, I was showing that manager that every 2-3 hours I have a client. So he was like, this guy is legit. He actually have clients.
Yeah.
And then after a month, out of nowhere, he just called me and he's like, come sign tomorrow your exclusivity.
You got it.
I made it. Even the owner of the company, he was like, this is because everyone was telling me, you're mental, you will never take it. Who the hell are you for them to give it? So when I took it, I'm like, oh, that was amazing. This is the same way for that Q1. So in that Q1, I told you, like, I traveled for New Year's Eve. I came back knowing that I do have a commission. Something happened in the company where the bank account got frozen. And in here, when it gets frozen, it needs 2-3 months for the money to. So it's like all of the deals that even we were closing, the money was paid from developer to that account. It was coming in, but you cannot take out.
Yeah.
So I had no income. The landlord, I told him, listen, man, I cannot move out. My checks are frozen. He was like, I don't care. You have to leave the apartment. I have another tenant. I'm like, okay. Car broke down, costed like 13,000 to fix it. I'm like, I told the guy, just keep it. I rented a car. So yeah, it was really tough. But again, I'm like, it's okay. Before, I couldn't afford food. I still can eat. I still can make my phone calls. And now, at least I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a matter of time. So I kept pushing. I was doing mental stuff. I was following people to their homes just to make sure to show them the contract and tell them I was passing in the area. Just wanted to say hi. So I went, over and beyond, until it kind of exploded in April 2014. And when it exploded, the CEO came to me and he was like, Anthony, make sure you do these numbers every month or else people will tell you lucky. Lucky? 19 sales? How can you be lucky doing that? Maybe now 19 sales are nothing with the market boom. But back then, the biggest agent used to close 2 or 3 deals a month. So doing 19, it was already something out of this world. So I'm like, people call me lucky. Okay,
I'll show
and I kept on it.
No, that's really, really cool. No, it's really an interesting story. So right now, of course, you mentioned it yourself, like your day to day, you're doing it like a lot of like in routines. Do you ever feel like you get like overwhelmed, stressed, stuff like this? And how can you?
Of course, it happens to everyone. Sometimes I feel my head's gonna explode. So what I found out a way, I'm like, okay, you can never do it all. You need to rely on people. You need to hire the right people. And also, I'm doing something to myself. So okay, most of the people is like the second they wake up, what they will do. When you wake up, what do you do? The first second, what do you do?
I take a walk always. No, I don't do that.
You don't do shit. No. Good on you. You're a winner. Most of the people, they will pick up the phone. They will stay in bed scrolling for half an hour. You do that? You do that also? We need to change that.
We need to stop.
So most of the people, they do that. And then they wake up, bit lazy, having the coffee and going. I don't even sleep in the same room as the phone. So my phone stays in the living area. I go sleep, I wake up, I do my coffee, have the coffee, go do my workout, and then I come and look at my phone. It helps my unconscious a lot. You know what I mean? And it keeps me like really sane, because in the morning, I'm not a kind of person who likes to meditate, but for me, the gym is my meditation. This is where I let everything go out. I focus, I have my vision. Okay, today I'm going to smash it. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do it. When it comes to the evening, I do something which is I'm my own judge. So it's like when I come in the evening, I do my self-assessment. How was my day? Did I give it my all? Okay. Did I miss something? Okay, it has to go to tomorrow. And I put my phone on airplane mode.
It's fun. I do the exact same thing. Like 8 p.m. every night. It's in airplane mode, and then usually I wake up at 6. And then I turn it like on again at 8 a.m. Because I think it's so true, and that's why I think so many people are like stressed, and like even because I feel like I can kind of I get stressed sometimes, but also I feel like it's because I'm doing so much stuff. I'm handling the business. I'm doing like I want to do so much stuff. But there's also like regular people just working like a 9 to 5, getting stressed. And I think that's why, because what do you see on your phone in the morning? You see the news, like bad stuff happening.
Scrolling.
People
Who partied, who got drunk, who did that. I use my phone a lot, but I use it to listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
I use it to see, because I am in the financial world. I do follow lots of groups that they have all of the financial news, what's happening in Europe, what's happening in the States. End of the day, like it or not, the state is the mother and everyone's follow. So I need to know, is there a crash happening over there that might end up in here? So this is why, like, I'm always getting knowledgeable as much as possible, but I'm not doing that by just scrolling on Instagram or seeing the stupid moves on TikTok and all of this stuff. This is not my thing. No. So I have my, let's say, social moments, and I do have my personal moments. I try to speak to the family as much as possible. And nowadays, and it started like almost 6 months ago, where I really felt I'm not giving my health enough caring. So now it's like every 5 to 6 weeks, I just take 4 or 5 days off, fully switch off. I don't look at my phone. It's on airplane mode. Yeah. And in case of emergency, someone can reach me. They can reach my wife on her phone. So I try to keep myself away as much as possible.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good. I wish I could take a week off every other 6 weeks or something.
You will reach a day where you have to. You're still 20 years old. I'm 37. So like when you reach this age, in order for you to stay sane and young, you need to treat yourself this way.
No, I think that's really important. And also because that's also a thing I have, like a discussion with my girlfriend, was like, the only thing I saw for myself could ever be a problem is if I got like a burnout, if I like just completely crashed one day and couldn't work for a month, because then everything would crash. And then of course it's a lot better to just take 3 to 4 days off time and time.
You have to see it this way, like everything you can fix it with your money except your health.
Yeah.
Once you lose it, there's no way you can buy it again. It's like, that's why make sure that your mental health is the most important. But I say that the mind controls the body, controls the environment, controls our vision, and let us know what to do. So the mind has to stay healthy. There is I hope you have some time to have a look at my book.
No, I would
something
definitely.
that you will see is called the Trinity of Success. What to feed your mind, what to feed your body, and what you feed your soul. And once you have this triangle all fed up properly, there is no way that you are not going to make it in life.
Yeah, no, I think that's so true. Yeah, and thank you so much for the book. I'm going to read this. I read a lot, so I'll probably it's not that thick, so I can get through it pretty quickly, I think. No, but actually just have like one last question for you. Sure. And it's a thing we always do, is that I want to kind of give the people listening kind of a tip or an advice, like, because I know a lot of the people listening, of course, maybe they're already running a business, maybe not doing that good, or otherwise they're starting out. So what would be like the number one thing you would say to people starting out, running and not being successful? What would that thing be?
Just like, it's extremely important to find mentors, whether they are in life, whether they are on social, doesn't matter, and do it differently. As I said, like, we all have 24 hours. Let's say we sleep 8 hours, you still have 16 hours. Yeah. It's such a shame it will be for you to be burning 4 or 5 hours a day scrolling on other people's life, which is not doing you anything. No, I completely agree. Also, there's a lots of major audience that I see that their job is just to throw hate. Yeah. On socials. It's like if someone is rolling in a nice car, it's a rental. How the fuck you know it's a rental? You know what I mean? Or doing something, this is not true, understand? Instead of just throwing that hate, you can still spend your time on socials, but make sure you are listening to a podcast, you are watching some nice informational videos. I learned trading from YouTube. It took me 2 years. So I was jumping from a guru to another until I found my rhythm, and I got to learn a new total industry from just YouTube. So make sure you benefit your time. Make sure that you are following a time management where you say, okay, I'm awake 16 hours. How can I utilize it to the maximum? I'm going to do in the morning, how I'm going to make my calls, how I'm going to make, my emails, how I'm going to set up my meetings in the afternoon, go do it, then do my social media and stuff. Be organized. Okay, you don't have to separate yourself from the crowd, even if you need to disappear for 6 months for you to come back as a beast, to come back in a new version. Do it. Start young. I really admire what you're doing. I wish I started by 20. Maybe I would have been a trillionaire now. But that's start young. Make sure don't waste your time by going partying all the way out, drinking, getting high, all of this stuff, because it's gonna fire back at you. Find a niche that you can really serve. Try to fix problems. Once you've allocate a problem and you have the solution for it, people will come to you and the money will come, and everything that you feel or you want to have it as a life, it will come to you. If you're looking at Instagram and seeing someone living his best life by being, I don't know, on boats and in jets and stuff, instead of you hating this person, say, I admire what he's doing. I want to do better. Take it as a goal instead of saying, okay, he did his money illegally, or I don't know, all of the nonsense that you see all over this time. And you should really be happy that you are living in this era, in this life. I'm very grateful that I'm the last generation that we used to play outside and do all of this stuff. And now in this tech life. Life is becoming very quick, and now we're gonna start seeing in the next year or two a massive dominance of the AI, where everything will be super automated. Lots of people will be losing job, but lots of people also will be gaining tons of money by learning how to use those services. So it's super easy for you to get knowledgeable through YouTube or any platform. Try to make sure that you benefit the most out of it.
Anthony, thank you so much for joining today. It was really, really nice having you on. I think there's a lot stories for the people out there to really take inspiration from you, moving from zero and to the point today. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for inviting me. Wonderful. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.